I'm Tracy Pa, and welcome to this Sunday's episode of Scope. The Pacific Highlands University's Regional Network Conference was brought to Papua New Guinea for the first time, bringing close to 200 researchers and academics from all over the Pacific. The 6th edition of the conference was hosted at the PNG University of Technology in Lae, Morobe Province. Hosted from July 1st to 3rd, 2025, the 15 Pacific member universities were encouraged to become key centers of not only learning, but also for innovation and practical solutions.
The Pacific Islands Universities Regional Network, or PION, is a consortium of 15 universities in the Pacific Island countries and territories. PION was established in 2013 to provide a platform for collaboration among researchers in the consortium and to collectively empower the Pacific universities to become key contributors to finding solutions for challenges facing the region. The 6th PION conference was brought to PNG for the first time and hosted by the PNG University of Technology in Lae, Morobe Province.
Good morning, Bula Vinaka, bonjour. I'm Mathilde Souchon. I'm the PION coordinator. We're very happy to welcome close to 200 delegates from across the Pacific, but also from Australia and New Zealand. It's the first time that PION Conference is being hosted in Papua New Guinea, and it's very timely as we're going towards the celebration of the 50 years independence of the country. And because we have 6 member universities of Papua New Guinea part of the consortium. So we're really happy to have brought PION Conference here.
In his opening remarks on Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, the host of the event, PNG UOT Vice Chancellor, Professor Ora Renagi, outlined the need to incorporate science into government policies.
Science to policy. Lots of science we will talk about this week. But to influence policy under the government so that changes are seen, the technology is transferred, social science and the science are transferred to policy that will then begin the government to put in the resources and work on projects and developments.
Professor Renagi highlighted that the papers that were presented in the 3-day conference are not academic exercises alone, but ideas with the potential to transform societies, empower communities, and safeguard our shared future.
Traditionally, universities have been viewed as centers of knowledge and knowledge generation and dissemination. However, in the 21st century, the universities must also be the hub of innovation and practical solutions. At the PNG University of Technology, I have a very simple motto. Standards of higher education is synonymous with higher standards of living. I teach world-standard technology and science, very high standards of education. My challenge is to translate this technology and science to impact the livelihoods of my people.
Lae MP and Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso welcomed all international guests to Lae, expressing his delight that this is the first time the PION Conference was brought to Papua New Guinea and is hosted in his electorate. He supported Professor Renagi's concept and described the conference theme as timely and visionary.
You will explore a diverse and dynamic program which is more than just an academic exchange. This is a strategic gathering of minds to ask critical questions for our people and our region. It is also a timely manner to exchange your views. It is a timely manner to work together to harness that so we can say, how can we use technology to safeguard our islands against climate risk and environmental degradation? How can we fix all these problems with climate change? It invites us to explore how modern science and innovation can be integrated with our deep reservoirs of traditional knowledge to address issues such as climate change, biodiversity loss, oceans, health, education, food security, health, cultural preservation. All those policies need to be guided by information, need to be guided by facts, figures, research. Too often, sometimes governments make decisions without those appropriate partnerships or research information. And it is really important to have that. As I pointed out yesterday, for development, for everything to happen, you need good people around you, but also you need great management skills to be able to lead and transform and change. But not only that, you need what you are discussing here today, with the support of our universities, to be able to transform and guide government policy. It is important, it's extremely important in my view, that without this knowledge, without this support, government cannot really operate effectively. And you sitting here today with all these minds and all that knowledge should not waste it. All these minds, knowledge, research, information, technology should be used to harness that information, that knowledge, and help support government to improve the lives of our people and our region and our countries as a whole. It is critical. But at the same token, it is extremely important, and I cannot impress enough, that using those resources, it should be used to multiply the effects of development that we can harness and improve the lives of our people. And Professor Renagi, and you sitting here today with all these minds and all that knowledge should not waste it. All these minds, knowledge, research, information, technology should be used to harness that information, that knowledge, and help support government to improve the lives of our people and our region and our countries as a whole. We work closely with our university here in Lae, but we're aspiring to use that partnership to enhance working between the local Lae City Authority and the university to harness, so we can be able to use that information, that technology, to ensure that you provide the appropriate research support for statistics, including population. For everything else needs to work on statistics, and we need to know those facts and figures, not just for Lae, but for the whole country, so that we can be able to use the university's basis, the university's knowledge and its pool of research to guide government policy. Again, welcome to Papua New Guinea, welcome to Morobe Province, and welcome to our beautiful city of Lae and the University of Technology. I hope you enjoy your stay and interactions, and we hope to one day visit your beautiful countries too and work together. We can only be stronger as a region, working together, harnessing together, interacting with our knowledge to improve the lives and betterment of our countries and of our people, using technology, harnessing partnerships and development. And may the 6th PRURN conference be a resounding success. Thank you, Drew. God bless you.
You're watching Scope. Drop a like or comment on this story later on the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up after the break, Catherine Wangi basks as TISA Bank sets up shop in Wewak. In Wewak's Sepik province, a quiet revolution is unfolding, changing lives one family, one business, one community at a time. At the heart of it is the new TISA Bank branch, a symbol of programs. Once served by a modest savings office, the town now welcomes a full-service bank, marking the start of a powerful new chapter for the province and its people.
For years, the town of Wewak has relied on a modest Teachers Savings and Loan Society branch, tucked away like a warehouse. 5 years ago, this humble outpost served as the only financial lifeline for teachers, market vendors, and farmers across East Sepik. Now the provincial town of Wewak marks a new milestone in its development, built on trust, opportunity, and a long-standing relationship between people and their bank.
So as part of our branch footprint, increasing our footprint throughout the country, we're excited to announce this acquisition or transition from a society over to the banking platform. So as we now cross over, or 85,000 members of the society over to the banking platform, the bank is pretty much 100% owned by Papua New Guineans. So the 85,000 members are now the shareholders of the bank. It's an exciting time for TISA Bank, now leveraging on our service proposition in terms of our product offerings throughout the country that will impact the communities all throughout. Initially, we have the savings and loan society products that have been offered. But now with the banking platform, it's given an advantage of our members now will be able to have the accessibility to access more commercial offerings in the commercial banking space. So it's an exciting time for us in terms of our expansion plans. We expanding our businesses and our branch footprint in terms of our branches. So the 18 branches throughout the country now will be converted to the banking platform. So we have started off in Wewak, and now we will move on to the regional centers like Medan, Kokopo, Mountain Agen, Ley, and then we will go through all the others for this year. We will also continue to expand the business in terms of throughout areas where TISA Bank is not represented. So next year onwards, we will have the expansion plans to set up new bank branches. So in terms of the expansion plans, we're looking good in terms of the competition as well. We are a new entrant to the market, and then we look forward to grow and then also offer more product offerings to the unbanked population in the rural areas as well. So in this space, it's an exciting time ahead for our Papua New Guineans, one of the shareholders of this bank, to have access to our banking products.
TISA Bank officially launched its Wewak branch, its second full-service commercial branch after Port Moresby. Leaders and locals alike witnessed a historic step toward inclusive banking in the region.
You'll see that we're going to appoint a couple of agents here. Not only that, even we do have a plan to open a few more branches in the district, because I think it's opening a branch only Wewak is not going to serve the purpose. So we need to be in all the districts as possible in next 3 to 4 years times, and then definitely TISA Bank branch will be there in other districts as well. So we're looking at the long term, because our commitment is not for the short term, it's for the long term, and we remain committed for these regions.
On behalf of the people of the Sepik administration, I want to say I'm really happy that you've chosen the Greater Sepik as your first extension outside of Port Moresby. Thank you very much. Thank you for your confidence. And I'm sure our people won't let you down.
But beyond the speeches and celebration, this moment represents something more. A doorway to opportunity for people who have waited years for access to financial services designed for them. Amidst the proud faces in the crowd is that of Catherine Wanjameni Wangi, a retired teacher and mother of 8, now a first-time SME business owner. Catherine's story began in 1988 in Chimbu Province, where she started her teaching career with a humble salary of just 207 kina.
I've been teaching for 37 years. I've been saving for 37 years. And I never touched my savings up until in 2014, when my second child went to a tertiary institution at Unity. That's when I started touching my savings from Teachers Savings and Loans. Even though there were other customary obligations and whatnot, or family situations, I never touched my Teachers Savings and Loans because I wanted to see how my money grew in Teachers Savings and Loans Society.
I'm John. I'm a saving member here, and this is my 30th year being with TISA. From 1996 to 2025, we've been faithfully saving TISA, regardless of, at times situation does not allow us to get loans. So I even go for share withdrawals, like system is down and all this. We continue to serve TISA as faithful members. And the services that recently services have been provided here, it's very, very efficient, very fast for all members. Thank you.
For my personal view, I'm very, very proud and very happy to be part of the team also. TISA Bank.
I'm very grateful for the TISA Bank for opening up its branch in Wewak. It gives us that opportunity to, especially our business communities and also our communities in the wards, to be able to have an access to another bank available here. And we are so grateful and very happy to have TISA Bank opening up a branch in East Sepik Province. Thank you very much.
When we come back, Catherine ends one chapter of her life and looks forward to enjoying the fruit of a 37-year investment.
Her savings journey with Teachers Savings and Loans, now TISA Bank, spans decades. She watched her money grow, untouched, until her children began attending university. That savings helped fund every one of their dreams.
I started teaching in 1988 in Cebu Province, and at that time I remember my salary was 207 kina, and I was encouraged by my senior to save with Teachers Savings and Loans. So I started saving little as 50 kina, and I had a savings culture. So each time when I see that my salary increases, I also increase my savings for Teachers Savings and Loans. And I was also excited because Teachers Savings and Loans paid bonus. So I wanted to save as much as I can so that my savings will increase. So when the Teachers Savings and Loans pay the bonus into our accounts, I didn't even go and touch it. I let it roll over. And I continued, each time I continued, when the government increases our salary, I continued deductions until I had 420 kina going into my Teachers Savings and Loans accounts. And for Teachers Savings and Loans to become a bank now as a pioneer, and someone who has been saving all the time with Teachers Savings and Loans, I am extremely and really excited now.
Each of Catherine and Bill's 8 children made it through higher education, from the University of Papua New Guinea to the PNG University of Technology and beyond, because of their mother's discipline in saving with TISA. But Catherine didn't stop there. With support from her family, she took her informal hustle and turned it into a registered SME. Backed by her long savings record and Tisa Bank's new SME loan services, Catherine and her husband Bill picked up the keys to their family's first commercial vehicle.
I'm just grateful. I'm just excited. It's amazing because when one chapter of my life is closed, my career, there's another chapter opening up for me just because of Tisa Bank. I didn't wait long for Tisa to approve my SME loan. Yes, I'm 59. But when I'm 59, I would say that some banks will be doing the age assessment. And maybe because I'm female, might reconsider, but I'm so thankful to Tisa Bank. And I would say that I'm writing a chapter for my children. And my children will carry on the business. I already told them at the house, I'm writing your chapter so that you can carry on the business with Tisa Bank.
Since one chapter of our life has come to an end, which is a teaching career, now we are looking at the next chapter, which is like all our children have gone through the university, meaning that she has completed or retired from teaching service, and the children have completed universities. So in my view, as an experienced and running SME entrepreneur, my encouragement to my children was go and invest, buy a house, buy a property. Now that you all have completed university, go and work, look for a job, buy a house, get married, and grow my boo-boos. And invite me. I want to relax, I want to retire from being an SME, and I want to be a local tourist to visit my children and boo-boos.
Now an advocate for financial empowerment, Catherine is using her story to inspire other women to formalize their income, save and open SME accounts with Tisa Bank. Tisa's presence in WeWork is not just about offering bank services, it's about building futures, fostering self-reliance, and strengthening families like the Wangis.
You all made it happen for me. And today is this moment that I'm very happy. So indeed my family is there so well. And thank you very much, Ella Motors. Thank you so much. We all work together and it made it happen for me. Thank you, Mr. Wangi, my husband, for being behind me.
As the sun sets on one chapter of Catherine and Bill's lives, a brighter future rises for their children and for the people of East Sepik through the power of savings, perseverance, and trusted partnerships.
That's been another edition of Scope. Visit the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and leave a like or comment on our Scope stories this week. Until next Sunday, I'm Tracy Pa. Good night.